What's going on, everybody? This is Tyler from GIZORAMA.com. Today we're back with episode 3 of Pillars of Eternity, The Ranger. So we're just going to jump right in here. So you'll remember that last time a character fell asleep and had a dream about where he spoke to a woman, I believe, about being a watcher. Next, our goal is going to be to go find this old woman and talk to her. Now, as we get there, I kind of want to discuss a few things, a little behind the scenes, I suppose, for how these, how I'm making these. I have a separate character who I am playing as, and I try to stay ahead of this game with that one, so that I know kind of what to expect coming up. By now I'm a bit further than here, but not too far, maybe a couple hours or so. And I'm finding that it's actually a lot harder, believe it or not, the further you go into this game. It's not, I think it's because it's the type of game that a lot of us younger folks haven't played. I'm 26 years old. I'm not too young, but I didn't have a chance to play a lot of the games that were similar to this as a kid. So, be warned, I suppose, that that's coming up. There's some parts with combat where you really have to, kind of strategize, and hopefully things will be easier with this character. Maybe it's just the class I chose for that one. But yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to the blind lady here. I think she's blind. No, she's dead, obviously. She's hanging there. Blah, blah, blah. Bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches. Really digging the writing of this game. I think it's very easy to read. Not just white text, but I mean, it's not poorly written. A lot of games I think kind of suffer because they're poorly written. Oh, here we go. Take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on the objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you've expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Catch shut your eyes, blah blah blah. The woman gives a slow nod of her head. So she's dead, but she's communicating to you somehow.
Have you come here for me, dear?
Yep.
Or have you gotten lost? It is both, I think. Yes?
Then I might say, I need to understand something that's happening to me. She nods.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
So what's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their honor can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder.
I think this one just kind of skips ahead. A lot of these dialogue options are, just kind of to find out more about that character, I believe, or kind of get some of the lore of the game. I think I survived in Biowak. Do you know why that would be? I don't think it really matters.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
What's an animancer? I think this is
A
the one, maybe.
student
I don't
of
remember.
the soul.
Find out.
Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The
This
best?
is too much dialogue. Too much of this
Miracle
sort of
workers.
exposition dump. We need
My
to,
parents were soul twins. Miserable
editing
for
this
they
kind of
were
thing out would have
dead
been
inside.
preferable.
It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the story.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in it. And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
I'm gonna skip over this one. What happened to you? We know what happened to her. She came to help with the children who were born without souls, or whatever they're called, and the Lord of the Land was hanging a lot of people, including her.
Of course, dear.
But God, I don't know which one it is to get out of this.
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck.
No.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul,
wait, look,
but
that opened
couldn't
up right
pick it
there.
up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die, and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. A very small few resist Rimargan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for.
Alright, this is just taking
You
way
should
too long.
see-
Farewell. Okay, there we go.
Goodbye, my dear.
Whatever. Eleth, or whatever the elf that's with me, says, "Are you alright? You seemed lost just now." I could, I think this is kind of interesting. You could be straightforward with him, tell him the truth. I'm a watcher. Or you can lie and just say, "I'm fine." This happens a lot. You'll have to get used to it. I'm an honest man, but it's a video game. Yes, I'm fine. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what that was all about. Oh, I guess you have to tell him. I'm a watcher. Alright. Well, that is interesting. So, I don't understand. I guess it might just sort of be a matter of budget. But I don't understand why this isn't voiced when a lot of his other dialogue is. It's kind of frustrating that I can't just kind of relax and not read. I know that sounds dumb, but when you get used to just hearing voiceovers, you don't want to read anymore. Let's continue on. I don't really want to know what you know. Let's go check out some of these things out here. And I think we've kind of gone over this, but we have our inventory available here. You can kind of see, you can kind of drag and drop things over to here. Quick items, weapons, different types of armor, etc. I think we want to put that on though, for one. I don't know why I'm learning that stupid thing. That crossbow is exactly the same damage, so it's not worth it. Who's this guy? A mace. Meh. Oh, you can kind of change your colors too. That's kind of sweet. Well, discovering new things with you guys. Let's go with that. This looks pretty cool. Alright. And he doesn't have much going on. Does he have a... He does have some armor on. That's better than that. What's this book here, though? Oh, it's his, Grimoire. Okay. So, yeah, I want to kind of show this off. We have the inventory here. It's a pretty simplistic, you know, matter of organizing it. You just have these, what? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 slots or so. I'm sure that upgrades over time. You got crafting down here. You got a stash, which I don't really understand, but whatever. We'll get to that maybe eventually. You also have your camping supplies. Camping supplies allow you to save at basically any time and regain your health. And you have your currency here, which I only have 63, which I think is the same. Yeah, same no matter what. Then we have our character screen. This kind of gives you just some descriptive information about, you know, their abilities, that sort of thing. Which is not where you level up, surprisingly. That comes up later. You have your quests here. This is what I was looking for. I want to make sure that I've kind of cleared everything here. You have no side quests. The Gilded Veil. Looks like I did all these things, maybe? Yeah. Yeah. So that's the only thing I have left to do right now. We have some notes, whatever, that kind of stuff. Right here, though, is something else. You have your map, obviously, but right here is Stronghold. You don't own a Stronghold yet, and I actually don't in my other game either. So I'm curious to see what that is. And obviously, when we get there, I'll show it off to you. This is something I haven't really played with, Formation. And maybe this would make the combat easier. I bet it would. So I'll have to kind of play with that a little bit. Looks like that's what you're going to be sort of in when you fight people. Let's see. Yeah, check that out. Okay. Well, that's cool. Alright, well that's interesting. You also have this sneakiness thing here. I don't know if I showed this off earlier, but it allows you to kind of sneak up behind people, kill them more silently. Anyway, you can also approach traps that way. So we look at our map here. I think we need to leave town. Let's go to our quests. Travel to Kainua, or whatever the hell that means. So we go to our map here. We need to get down here. We're here. There's a city right here for sure. Probably something in here. So let's go to the south. Probably need to exit right here. Right? So let's clicking right there. Watch our guys travel if we want to. It's a day-night cycle right here. Huh. A lot of things I just, I don't discover when I'm just playing because I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. But there's a lot of really cool details in this game, and I'm really excited just to kind of just keep going and diving into the play the Stronghold, that kind of thing. All right, so
no problem.
Kind of follow the road here. Yeah, whatever. Keep going this way. Now there are a couple more characters. Soon. Maybe here? Yes, right here.
Saw you in the flames.
Alright, okay. So there's this big beardy ugly dude.
Come to pray at the statue. The others are welcome. But it's best if just you and I trade words, and your shadows stay quiet. Hands off their weapons, both arcane and steel. It's only you I want to trade words with anyway.
Okay.
I swear before the whore that is Margaret, no harm will come to you in her shadow. If that's enough of a promise for you.
Alright.
If not...
none of these options allow me to use any of my sort of abilities. Let's see here. This can be kind of smart ass. Be this guy. I'll do this right here.
I didn't give it. You probably find names
What's your
as
name?
useless as I do. The names that litter this world like debris are hard enough to wrap around the tongue. And what do they matter? It's what's beneath the skin and the letters I care about. What burns within. It's more important to me you're a watcher than whatever culture or accent decorates your letters like awkward crowns. Take pride in if you need a title to hang on me to match your own watcher, then call me Durance. And as you
How'd you know I was a watcher?
I am a missionary.
Oh.
I walk this diseased nation with its heathen, its people so careless with the spirits of others and their own. Watchers among them. Yes, we're meant to travel together, you and I. Saw you in the flames. Not your face, but that soul of yours. All tightened up like a huntsman's knot. There's things we can teach each other.
Yeah.
I don't force my words on anyone other than you. I don't care who walks with you or what their mule. Many will stand against you. They probably already have, from what I can.
Company would be welcome on the road. I want this guy to join me, obviously, because why not? More the merrier. So here we can keep walking. See if we keep our... Yeah, we do. So, keeping our triangle formation. What about our single files formation, though? Yep. Nope, cancel. And, of course, the... So you kind of design how you want these. So these guys... I've played around with this a little bit, not in the formations area, but in terms of just pausing the screen and moving them around. This is actually much easier. So, as I understand it, you kind of want to maybe spread out your ranged attackers, right? So, he's a ranged attacker, right? And he's a ranged attacker. My wolf is not, though. And he is... I think he's not, actually. So we're going to put him... When I move him... Actually, this is dumb to not center it. Alright, let's do it like that, because I think these two will run at the enemy, and these guys will shoot from afar. I'm actually going to kind of do this sort of thing. Let's check this out. Nope. Oh, gotta select that formation too. So my number one formation. Doesn't look... Okay. Okay, yeah, so this would be the front. You got your wolf. Okay. Okay. So, we'll go up this way. Now, I think there's a couple enemies up here. Probably going to kill me. And we will make sure not to waste too much time with that. We can probably edit it out. Yeah, alright. Well, maybe not. We'll be okay. Let's just run in and attack them. I'm not going to do anything special. Oh, shoot. Maybe I am. Alright, so I know that you have these special abilities, right? We're going to do this one. This will... Let's see. Creates a field of holy energy around the priest, burning any vessels in the vicinity and regenerating a modest amount of endurance for allies. Maybe you should hold off on that, actually, because we need that endurance. Basically, endurance is kind of like in, say Bloodborne or Dark Souls, how your energy goes down, and you kind of... So how do I just unselect it? Oh, we'll see, I guess. It's out of here. I don't need that. Barbs of Condemnation punishes the target for their sins, decreasing their deflection fortitude. This might be useful. Let's do it on one of them. We gotta attack them kind of one at a time, I've noticed. Otherwise, you kind of just get overwhelmed. Pause it. So his screen's going red here. So let's do this to try to regain some of that. Oh, that didn't work at all. Alright, that's fine.
Yeah.
So let's see what he's got here. Crucible of the Soul. The Watcher unravels the vital essence of his or her enemies. We're kind of outnumbered right now. They got 3 on 2, so probably gonna die. Probably going to die. Let's see what else we can do here. Dazzling Light. What's this guy here? Text deflection. Try this thing, I guess. I don't know if that's how you... Oh, it's right there. Alright, so let's just do that. Select all, shoot that guy. Alright, I'm gonna die here for sure. I don't know if I can run away. Nope. Alright, and we load back up at the beginning of the screen. Which means we have to re-unlock that big, hairy, ugly dude. So we'll get through it. Alright, so as you can tell, I died. I came back. I'm not going to make you guys watch this over and over again if I keep dying. So I came back. I got, what's his name? No idea. Durance. Came back and got Durance. We're just going to skip those wolves. I just wanted to show you a little bit of combat. Show you what it's like to die. You just load your game back up from the the same place. I came back from the start of this little map area. I believe there's more combat coming up here though, so we might have to do it all over again. That's alright. Let's see what happens. Let's try to sneak out of here maybe? But actually I don't know if that's what I want to do. I gotta look at my map. Alright, so I'm right there. Yeah, crap, I want to go west, don't I? Or east, sorry, not west. So presumably be that way, and this road here would go down to this area. So, crap, there's no avoiding it. I have to just kind of sneak maybe if I can. And I know there's some guys here. Crap. Alright, so there's only these two guys, so they're a little easier. First thing we're gonna do, let's be a little smarter about this, right? Right here. Summons 3 spell missiles that batter the target. Alright, cool. Let's do this gentleman here. And this thing worked out pretty well actually last time. So let's just let's see how that goes. Alright, so it's not going super well. Let's do another attack here if I can. Let's do it on same guy so we can just wipe that one out. We can focus all our attention on the next guy. Here we are. Okay. So again, we're kind of low. Alright, so game pauses because somebody's been reduced to 0 endurance. Boom, boom, these two guys down here. This means they are not out of the fight. Or they are out of the fight, but as long as your side is victorious, they will regenerate their endurance when combat ends. Okay. We're fine. We killed that guy. Let's check what their body is here. Ooh. They got a different grimoire. Let me take these. Definitely take that. Some orders there. What the hell do you do with a ripple sponge? Rocky coast, blah 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 blah. Meh. Cool sword. Wand. So that looks like it does pretty much the same thing as the scepter, if I'm not mistaken. Both are two-handed. Just 0.5 seconds. Yeah, those look exactly. I'll take it. Why not? And wait, let's take that. See what that does later. So, everybody now with me. There might even be more people up here to fight. So you found a new grimoire. Grimoires often contain spells that your wizards may not know. For a small cost, you can learn those spells from the description panel. You may also fill additional grimoires with different spells. Place them in your wizard's quick item slot to switch them. But be careful, switching grimoires will temporarily lock wizards out of spellcasting for several seconds. Okay, let's look at that grimoire real quick. Put that right there. No, I don't want it. Wait. This guy. So he can put that there, and we can kind of, let's see.
Yes.
Let's look at this. So he's learning these new spells, it looks like. It's the exact same. Oh. No, edit grimoire. So we can edit his grimoire. Take... oh, when you level up, you get more. Okay, so when you level up, you'll get more here. So we're not quite there yet, I guess.
Indeed.
And
Select everybody.
what does the
I just have a really bad feeling I'm gonna get jumped here. Okay, nope, no one's gonna jump me. Go to Black Meadow. No, we don't need to be sneaking no more. That's fine. Oh, this is perfect timing. Okay, so this is how you level people up. You see these little plus signs down here by my character's screen. Click on that. and you can do several updates here. So, or upgrades, sorry. So each of these different skills have different sort of attributes to them. So stealth, if you level stealth, allows characters of any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. Automatically, it is used automatically when the character in scouting mode. We just showed what that is. Athletics. Athletics is used for physical feats like climbing, swimming, and jumping, in conversations and scripted actions. But also, I think it says, let's see, the athletic skill counters the effects of accrued fatigue, allowing players or characters to go farther and fight longer before they suffer penalties. Okay, that's really important because you'll remember the screens were going red. I think this is a good one to level up early. Lore is used to activate scrolls. Higher lore values allow the character to use higher level scrolls. I haven't seen a single scroll yet, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. We've seen some traps, which is what mechanics will be able to do. But I'm not too worried about that either. Survival allows characters to make, what is this? To make better, blah, 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 blah. So those consumables you take are a little bit more effective. I am just going to go like this. Upgrade my athletics because that's what seems to be the most important right now. You also have talents. I have 1 right now. Talents can be used to customize your character beyond your class ability choices. Some talents modify existing abilities, but others add new abilities of their own. A subset of talents are class-specific, but most can be taken by characters of any class. That's cool. Okay. So, let's see what these say. I'm going to go look at some defensive ones real quick. Trains the character in new defensive strategies, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. Grants hold the line. I don't know what that even means. Reflex, fortitude. Oh, I see. Will goes to that weapon and shield style. Okay. Weapon focus. So this looks like these is kind of focused on certain types of weapons, depending on what you are. I'm gonna actually choose the bow and the crossbow if I can find it. Let's find the crossbow. Perfect. +6 accuracy. That'll help. That'll help. Alright, so that's leveling up a character. Sometimes when you level up, you don't get to choose every single one of these options. That was kind of a nice one to show off, though, because you do get to choose one of each. Alright, let's move on. You may want to review their statistics, opening the character sheet to see their attribute skills and blah blah blah. Yeah. Not worried about that. So, looks like we can just go this way, but I'm kind of curious. What is up here? Probably bad guys are going to kill me.
Nice and quiet.
So let's maybe be a little stealthy. Fucking dog, man. Trancing along. Like shit tons of... Okay, there's not enough here. But look at this little thing. What's this? What is that? Blood moss. Okay, well, I don't know what that means, but okay. Looks like we can move on, though. Well, that's cool. This is something this game does really well, and I actually want to discuss this just briefly because it's probably been, you probably heard a lot about this by now. Pillars of Eternity is a Kickstarter game, and one of the tiers on the Kickstarter page was to include some sort of detail of your own in the game, and I believe, I don't know how specific it was, but in this case there was one of the, I think it was a $500 backer, was able to put his own little, not message, but his own little rhyme into the game. Now, what it said was something on a gravestone, and it basically was saying a man was driven to suicide after sleeping with a woman who turned out to be a man. Now, there's been a lot over the last year or so, a lot of discussion in the gaming media about this sort of thing, right? About women and gaming, women's roles in gaming, and minorities and gays or whatever, anything that's basically not the white straight male. And I've kind of taken up the side of, I think that a lot of these feminists and stuff have a really interesting perspective, and I'd like to hear about them. I'd like to hear from them. And I think that most people are kind of okay with that. I think where we kind of disagree in a lot of places is just how far they're willing to listen to that. Anyway, it's kind of, the whole thing kind of comes together with people were offended. People were offended by the gravestone, and in a recent patch, Oblivion removed the message on that gravestone because of the controversy that it was surrounding it. Now, what we're looking at here is a dragon. And this dragon does something really nice to this game. It's world building. It shows, doesn't tell, whatever. Now I know that there's a history here. Oh well, there's a history to this land, and it involves dragons, right? And this is exactly what that gravestone did. It was world building, right? So in this world, a man was driven to suicide because he accidentally had sex with a man. I don't think that's terribly offensive. And I mean, there's a million opinions out there about it, but it's world building, right? This is just part of the story. It's frustrating because it's fiction and it's part of the fiction. This world's not a perfect place, not a pretty place. Oh, you have even more bones down here. Yeah, so when you consider getting offended by something, let's take into account the context of what you're being offended by, right? Because kind of being just big old babies about it. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that. It's been talked about to death. So we're gonna get here to the city, and then we're gonna call it quits here in a few moments. I think there's a little something up here we want to look at. We'll pick up next Thursday, or on Thursday. Alright, so here we are. We're at Cad Nua. This is a weird thing that happens to me several times. Looks like there's nothing here, right? Well, people are over here, but they're just way off screen. Don't know why. Here we are, we're at the city. Oh, there's a guy here. Kinda this dude. Alright. What are you doing over here? Okay. He's killing time, blah blah blah. Their name scratches on the bricks just here. Workers and masons I expect, carving a little immortality for themselves. Alright.
The truly interesting part is in there. And I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Mayorwald. But it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
Alright, well that's why I'm here.
Oh, truly.
So how
Then
convenient.
perhaps we can help one another.
Perhaps.
The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it. A year I've journeyed in search of the...
Let's go meet him then. Alright, cool.
Believe, but I've been...
Alright. He's just warning me that there's some baddies up here. So let's look at our current formation. Edit it. I believe he is also ranged. He is not ranged. He is ranged and he is ranged. This guy is not ranged. Cool. Let's just go with that for now, right? Let's go take a peeky, take a peek-see up here. Anything up here? Not really. What's this guy? Skak and Bone. Oh. Alright. So I think this is where we'll call it, because we're gonna do a nice little campfire here. It's as good a place as any. Get this nice little semi-custom. Alright, well, thank you very much for tuning in to the third episode of Pillars of Eternity, The Ranger. I hope you had a... this wasn't a very entertaining one, but hopefully it was a little bit more informative than previous ones. Next time we're going to go through here. Now this over here is where I have died a lot. There's a lot of bad guys in there and a lot of powerful guys that want me dead. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe and share this video. Yes.
Hi.
And I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.